Hey family, have you ever been in a relationship that didn't work out? And do you remember at the end of that relationship, maybe you really wanted to work. So you tried, you pleaded your case, you tried to have a conversation with them, and they were not having it. They were not having it because they thought that they could take their anointing and take it elsewhere. They thought the grass was greener on the other side. They 100% thought that they could meet better than you and that they could do better than you. And so what did? They ran for the hills. They didn't want to make it work. They didn't want to go to counseling. They didn't want to go to therapy. They were done. And the reality is, you had these people feeling like the one, feeling good about themselves, feeling beautiful, feeling confident, feeling like they can take over the world. A lot of us have upgraded individuals, upgraded them. When they were with you, they got that new job. When they were with you, they got that house. They fixed that relationship that they had with their family or their kids. When they got with you, things got 100% better in their lives because they stepped in your anointing. And sometimes people, if you're not careful, you got other people thinking that your anointing is their anointing. So what did? They decided that they wanted to move on, that they wanted to reject you, that they wanted to leave you. Irregardless of your pleas, irregardless of you letting them know, we had a good thing going. Let's make this work. Irregardless of all the time spent with them, they thought the grass was greener and they decided that they were going to leave. So what did they do, family? They rejected you. They literally rejected you. But this time around, you accepted it. You're like, okay, that's cool. Bye. I'm done. If you don't want to make this work, if you cannot show up in my life in the manner that's respectable and good for me, then we are done. And you decided to let them go. And of course it hurt. Why wouldn't it? You're human. It hurt when you let these people go. But you decided that you were going to bet on yourself and you no longer were going to put yourself in a situation to continue to be treated in a manner that you do not want to treat yourself. You let these people walk. So you accepted their rejection and you moved on with your life. You did. You accepted the rejection and you moved on. And boy, have the tables turned. And please understand, family, that not everyone that rejects you returns in your life, but a large majority of them do. And it's so funny, family, because now their rejection has turned into obsession. Now you have become their drug. You are their drug of choice. In the beginning, they were done. They didn't contact you. Some of them blocked you. They moved on with other people, doing other things. They took your upgrade, your blessing, and left. And they were done. But now all of a sudden, when you moved on and you grew and you became a better person, now they're watching you. Now they want to spin the block on you. Now they want to be curious and concern themselves with what you're doing and who you're doing it with and where you are. Now they are so concerned about you because you decided that you were going to heal, that you were going to be a better person, that you were going to move on with your life, that you were not looking backwards, that you were not going back there, that you were not getting back with them. You decided like, I literally want better for myself. As much as it hurts, as hard as it is, I'm moving this train forward and I am not going back there. And now, family, they crave you. They are craving you, I promise you. They literally are craving you because they thought that you were going to stay there where they left you. They thought that you would never change. They literally counted you out because they can't count. And like I said, they crave you like they crave a drug. A drug addict only craves what he's hooked on. And so they're trying to quit. They're trying to move on with their lives. They're trying to not pay attention to you because they thought when they left you that they could do better. They literally thought that they could find better and that they would be better and that they would have more. They thought that your anointing was their own. They never thought they would ever have to spin the block. They never even thought that they would think about you. This is how much these people counted you out. They didn't even consider you, family. They didn't even consider it. So they can't even believe in their minds like, man, why can't I move on from him? Why can't I move on from her? Why am I still concerning myself with this person that I left? Why am I concerning myself with this person that I rejected? I decided that, I'm done. This person was not it. So why is it I can't get over? This is what these people are thinking. And now they're relapsing. They are literally relapsing because they went out there and they could not find anything better. And now the same people, y'all, that were in their circle, let me tell you how funny people are. Literally, those same people that was in their circle telling them, oh, you need to leave him. He's no good. You need to leave her. You can do better. Those same people, where they at now? Now they're in the air. You know what? I think that was a good person. That person was better than this person you're dating. I think you should go back to them. I think you should call them. I think that you looked better and were better and acted better when you were with that person. These are the same people that were in their air in the beginning, y'all. Those nosy people, those flying monkeys, these are those people that were telling them what they thought was best for them, what they should do with their lives, and that they should leave you. Them same people trying to tell them now, oh, I think that that person was actually good. So now that person is confused because everybody is seeing you as the best option for them, even though you're no longer in their life. You were the best option and probably always will be. And as a result, family, they are literally second guessing their decision to reject you. They're second guessing it because now they're thinking to themselves like, man, did I make a good decision when I left him? Did I make a good decision when I left her? Because the reality is, family, it is not panning out for them. And I think, family, on some real personal level, I really think that a lot of these people learned it's not so much about what you did for them, but truly about what you created for them. Like when people come in your life, you create a whole environment. Like you're a whole vibe. Like let's be very clear. You are a whole vibe. And so when these people came in your lives, you created a whole new environment, fit for a king, fit for a queen, with new people and new things and new experiences. This is what you created for those people. And so now they're sitting back thinking like, man, my life is not even the same like it was when I was with them. It doesn't even feel the same. So now they went out there and their ego is trying to tell them that they are doing better than they were when they were with you. And that's not the case. I mean, I don't care how they're trying to spin it. Like I said before, everybody can put on a social media show. I don't care what they're trying to do out in the world. I'm telling you what I know. Because if you were the person that I know you are, if you were the person that you know you are, if you are the person that your creator knows you are, you're the prototype. Tell me where it gets better. It doesn't get any better than you. And that's how you have to feel about yourself because that's the type of time you're on. And that's the type of confidence that you're carrying. You created an environment for them to thrive, for them to heal, for them to be better, for them to have more, for their families, for their kids, for their futures. You created that environment for them. And when they rejected you, I think they thought that that was their anointing. But they thought that every single thing that you created for them, that they could just take the ball and run with it. And they realized, no, you can't do that because you made it look easy. And you helped them to get to where they need to be and to become the person they need to become. And now they are missing you because they failed to maintain a life without you. And now their addiction for you is just pulling them back on in. And now, because they crave you, they want you back. So I want to share with you, family, some things that you did. Whether you know you did these things or not, I want to share with you some things that you did that reinforced their obsession with you. Number one, you're no longer running patterns. You're done with running patterns. You got to that point where you were done being frustrated. You were done being broke. You're done living in lack. You're done doing the same things over and over and over, allowing people to spin the block on you, frustrate you, bring you all type of stress and pain in your life. You're done depleting your resources, depleting your mind. You're done. And you got to that point where you're like, yo, I'm done with running these patterns. Why am I running these patterns for these people that aren't doing the things for me that I do for them? You were done with it. And overall, you were just done with bad relationships. You're done with it. It wasn't taking you anywhere. You weren't getting anywhere. You were done dealing with that. And you were done dealing with them, yo. I know that these individuals may have rejected you, but the reality is you probably would have left soon anyway. You probably would have left them anyway. And you know, family, a lot of these negative, recurring, unresolved issues are due to unresolved issues and traumas from our childhood, from issues from past relationships, from things we just never fixed. You know what I mean? Things we had to carry with us in our lives, not because we wanted to, because life be life in. You know what I mean? So it's not that you're just carrying these unresolved issues and running these patterns because that's what you want to do. No, you really want to heal from it. And sometimes it takes something so major, so stressful, so hard to happen in your life that causes you to wake up and say, you know what? I'm done. And so you got real with yourself. You started asking yourself questions like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I allowing this person to do this to me? Like if my friend asked me for advice or someone I know loved me asked me for advice, I would tell them to do differently than I'm doing. And so you started really peeling back the layers because you wanted to heal. You really, really wanted to change. And family, when I tell you that your ex, whoever that person was, notice that you are no longer running patterns, and I promise you, family, they won't see you, but they'll see you. Tell me I'm lying. They won't see you, but they'll see you because God, the universe, whatever your belief is, has a funny way of showing people what they missed out on. Because sometimes the biggest punishment is having to sit back and look at what you lost and watch that thing get away from you. The biggest punishment is sitting back and having nothing but time to think about the wrong that you've done. And these individuals are sitting back with time watching you, watching all the wrong that they've done over time to you, watching you heal, resolving your patterns. Family, these people aren't resolving their patterns. These people are trying to get over you by getting under somebody else, getting on top of somebody else. These people, you literally are one of a few that are deciding to make the change and break these patterns by asking yourself questions. Why am I doing this? By having the self-awareness, thinking about what you're thinking about. You've made the decision that you no longer want to run those patterns. And once you recognized the pattern, and once you recognized your behavior, you decided that you wanted to really try to understand what happened in your life that caused this behavior. You wanted to understand what happened in your life that caused this behavior. Because a lot of times, family, these behaviors are beliefs. Beliefs in self, beliefs in the things that we cannot obtain, beliefs in our lack of worth for ourselves. A lot of times, these are beliefs that we're running in our heads and we don't even really realize it, and it's playing out in our lives in real time. So you got real with yourself. And then you worked really hard to try to change your limited thinking. When those feelings rose up, when those situations came about, when those patterns reared its head, when those things start coming up, you literally took hold of that thought, took hold of that action, held yourself back from responding and reacting because you don't have to. Like literally, one of the hardest lessons I learned in life, family, is that everything don't deserve a response. It does not. These people are literally not that important and not as important as we make them in our lives. It did not deserve a response. And when you broke those patterns and you moved from that, now you're not calling them. Now they're sitting and wishing and waiting and hoping and wondering what you're doing, but it's not them. It's not them. It's like playing with a puppy and you're chasing that puppy and he's looking back to see if you're still chasing him and looking back to see if you're still chasing him. And then you stop chasing him. And what does he do? He stops in his tracks. He stops running and he's looking back and wondering why you're not chasing. And it's no different in human nature. These people could literally feel that the energy was cut when you were done. I promise you're not calling them. You're not texting them. Maybe you have children with them. The only point of conversation that you're having with these people is about those kids or about something that's dealing with y'all that y'all got to cut loose and let go and sever. You're not dealing with these people. They can feel the energy cut. They can feel the shift. They can feel it. And say what you want. Your energy made them people feel alive. Your energy made them feel like they can go on another day. And no one is admitting that, because that's all facts, family. I'm trying to tell you what I know. So they so easily rejected you. They so easily moved on because they thought that they could take your upgrade and run with it. They thought that you were going to still be running those bad patterns. They thought that you would chase and chase and chase and call and call and call, but they thought wrong. They thought that you were never, ever, 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 ever going to stop. But they were wrong. Because now you switched up the game. You're no longer running these patterns, and they're sitting back trying to figure out what's going on. Number 2, you literally raised your vibration. You raised your vibration. It's your energy. It's your juju. It's your everything. You raised your vibration. You remember how sad you used to be? Some of us losing weight, some of us gaining weight, stressed out, taking anger out on the kids, taking anger out on people that didn't deserve it, so sad, not being able to function or focus or do the things that you need to do. You remember how you felt? You remember how you felt in the beginning with any breakup, because it's hard. It's literally like a death. It is a death, and you remember how hard it was. And while they went out and moved on, and act like it was all Gucci, like it was all gravy. Like they're out with them. They're out with him. They're out with a new dude, right? On a holiday, right? Trying to make you look like a fool, trying to make you look stupid, but you decided to say, you know what, I'm good, right? Because losers focus on winners and winners focus on winning, and you're a winner. And I'm not even trying to be mean or speak bad about anybody, but I'm telling you what I know. Because when you raised your vibration, family, they never, ever saw it coming. It's almost like a caterpillar, and he goes through a whole transfiguration, not even a transformation, because he don't even look the same. And he comes out of that cocoon looking beautiful. It is the same thing that happened to you. And then they saw you, and they hit you with the double take. They hit you with they weren't ready for that, family. Like you barely were ready for your new you. They literally were not ready for your new you when you went through your change. And when you raised your vibrations, you started attracting all the things that were due to you. It's your time. Your due time. You were attracting all the good things that are due to you. Like they're not even on your playing field. They're no longer a part of your tribe. They're no longer in your energy fields. They're not even a point of connection for you when you raised your vibration. And now they got to sit back and watch. Now they got to sit back and watch you put on a show. And you're not doing it for them. You're literally walking in your purpose, and it looks good. You're walking in your purpose, and it looks oh so good. And they're trying to figure out, man, who is this new person? So now they want to hit you with the, hey, just thinking about you. Thank you. They want to hit you with the, what you doing? They want to hit you with the, I remember when me and you, Let me tell you something. Your vibration is so high, and you worked so hard that when you got here, you could stay here. Well, you worked so hard that when you got here, you can stay here, family. Because you decided that you are never, ever, ever breaking any promises that you are making to yourself. You decided that you were going to do something different. And the best thing that you can do for a person is when they want to leave, let them. If they want to reject you, yeah, it hurts. You take the L. I get it. It hurts. Let them. You let them, because when you raised your vibration, they all felt it. The world changed. Seriously. And when you raise your vibration, family, you just attract everything. You become a generator. Everyone wants to be around you. Everyone sees you. They all love you. You are that thing. You are that person. I'm telling you. And they all see your change. And it's the number one indicator of growth, because you're not focused on them. You're focused on moving forward. And the third thing that you did that caused them to reinforce their obsession with you, you literally took these people off of a pedestal, family. You took the pedestal. Look what you did. You took the pedestal and you kicked it. You took the pedestal and you kicked it, and they fell off. They're no longer this big, grandiose, thing in your life, you took them off of the pedestal, and rightfully so. Don't you ever allow anyone else to be the main character of your own story. Ever. And I'm sorry to have to use my stern voice, but don't you ever allow anyone, let me get closer. Don't you ever allow anybody else to be the main character of your own story, because you are worthy to sit in that seat. It is your throne, not theirs. They have their own throne. And when you took them off of that pedestal, family, you were able to see them for who they truly are. Have y'all ever looked back I know I have. Have y'all ever looked back in a relationship and was like, why didn't I leave those people? Why couldn't I have been done with that sooner? What was I thinking? Why was I with them? Have y'all ever been through a situation like that? Like you're literally looking back like, what was I on? What was I thinking? What kind of sense did that make? And family, you do that when you get to a new point of growth, when you start to see things for what they truly are. And when you start to see people for who they truly are, you get to that point, you're like, yo, at a basic level, what was I on? Like I shouldn't even been dealing with them. And I remember watching a T.D. Jakes sermon many years ago, or maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. And it was really, really good. And it was called, I Didn't Know I Was Me. And some of y'all saw that. And he was just talking about like, had he knew who he was, he would have made a lot of different changes in his life. Had he knew he was him, he wouldn't have dealt with her. He wouldn't have dealt with them. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing for us. Once you know who you are, you're looking back like, yo, what was I on? What was I thinking? Why was I dealing with them? They're not even worthy of my time. Why did I make them such a huge, huge, huge giant in my life when they didn't even return the favor? Why did I make them so important in my life when they didn't make me important in their lives? Why did I put this person on a pedestal and they were not deserving of it? And like I said, family, before, unresolved childhood issues that we may have had in our adolescence, issues we've had in our adulthood, just things overall that we're not taking the time to work on. And because you decided to work on yourself, to grow, to make changes, right? To take them off of the pedestal, you're able to see things for who they really are, and you're able to see you for who you really are. And let me be very clear, you are the truth. I'll wait. Tell me I'm lying. Let me pause. I'll wait. Tell me in the comments I'm lying, that you're not the truth. Because sometimes we forget that when we look in the mirror, that we're great. Because we see ourselves every day. But don't you ever forget who you are. And sometimes we let these people come in our lives and they just chip away at your confidence, chip away at your money, chip away at what you're building. You're sitting up here building a house and they're breaking the foundation. And family, you got to know and understand that when you took these people off the pedestal, you realize that they were not important. That they were not. They are clowns in a circus, but you are not. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's time for you to take your seat on your throne. And that is what you're doing. And that is what you're working through, as much as it hurts. And I know rejection hurts. I've been there. My relationships are good. My marriage, my life, my kids, my finances, all of that is good because I'm good. All of that is healthy because I'm healthy. You understand what I'm saying? But I've been in situations where I was not healthy. And because I was not healthy, I was trauma bonding, attracting the wrong people in my life, low vibrational, low energy, living in a life that I wasn't even designed to live. Like I was choosing to live a life when God had greater for me. Choosing to live in lack. Choosing to be a chicken when I was an eagle, but I didn't even know it because I was so caught up. And now you've taken the time to take them people off of that pedestal. And you really sat with yourself and you really start thinking about what you're thinking about. Of course, they're obsessed with you, family. What else are they going to do? Of course, they're obsessed with you. Where else are they going to be? Of course, they're obsessed with you because you are the main character of your own story. And don't get me wrong, we all have flaws. We all have things that we need to work on. We all have things that we need to change. Family, we all do. But the difference between them and you is that you are actually doing the work. While they're sitting there obsessed with you, you're sitting here moving forward while they're sitting up here ruminating and thinking about and wanting to make a call and wanting to make a move and wanting to apologize and ask you for it to be in their good graces. Yo, you've decided that you are moving forward. And like I said, family, everyone doesn't come back. They don't, but some do. And I want to ask you, I want you to do this one thing for me. If a person has spun the block on you, if a person has made the decision that they done messed up royally and they want to come back in your life and they really, really want to be with you, ask yourself this. Why do I want them back? What are some of the reasons, family? I'm going to pause. Why would you want them back? You know what my reasons were in the past? I was afraid to be alone. I was scared of what people were going to think about me. I built a life with this person. I built a family with this person. Financially, it's easier with two. I mean, I thought I was embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like I had an image to uphold. These are the things that were running in my mind on why I was wanting them back. But really ask yourself, why do you want this person back in your life, yo? Why? And question number 2, are they even worth getting back? Like, is it worth it? Is it worth, do you stand to lose anything going back with them? Is it worth it? Really ask yourself these questions, family, because at the end of the day, you are a whole energy. You are a whole vibe. And them coming back in your life is an automatic upgrade for them. Tell me I'm lying. I'll wait. Them coming back in your life is an automatic upgrade. So number 1, why do you want them back in your life? And number 2, are they worthy? That's it. Real talk. Ask yourself those questions, because when you remove them off the pedestal, you made yourself the main character of your own story. And honestly, family, people do change. I will say that people do change. Sometimes it takes very challenging situations, but people do change. And if they're coming back and you're seeing actions, not just words, anyone can say, I love you. I miss you. We both messed this thing up. Anybody can give you the lip service. But if you're seeing true actions backed up, then maybe that person changed, and you still want to ask yourself those 2 questions to ensure you're making the right decision. So in conclusion, family, people come back after rejecting you. They do. People come back after rejecting you because the scales have been removed from their eyes, because they got out there and they realized they could never find another you. And they came back because their situation didn't work out for them. It didn't work out. They came back. Let me get close so y'all can see my whole face on the screen. They came back because their situation did not work out for them. It did not pan out the way that they thought it would. You are and forever will be the prototype. And you have to believe that about yourself, sir, ma'am. You have to believe that about yourself. It did not pan out for them. It didn't. And in some cases, a lot of these people matured. They built some self-awareness. They were able to see what was important. They were able to see the environment that you created for them, the blessings that you brought to them. Some of you saved their lives, that you changed their finances. I mean, you've done a lot in these people's lives. And not to say that they haven't done anything for you. But the reality is, you were the salt in their life. You were the light in their life. And it took them going out there for them to realize it. And as you mature, family, you realize it's not just about looks, right? It's so much more than that. It's personality. It's chemistry. It's how do you travel together? It's how do you commune? How do you worship? How do you pray? How do you raise kids? It's so much, yo. It's so much to think about, more than just looks. And these people got out there and realized that everybody's not you. So they got out here thinking that because you bought them a 5-course meal, that they can get that anywhere. And they went and tried their upgrade. And how did it work for them? I don't think it worked so well. And so now they're obsessed with you. They're curious. They're craving you because they had to watch you win. These people had to watch you blow up. They had to watch the great glow up. They had to watch your show. They had to watch you win. And that's hard, family. It's hard to not see somebody but to see them. Like, who wants to be Beyonce's ex-boyfriend? Look at her now. Like, real talk. It's so hard to watch somebody become great and you have the opportunity to be in their lives and you mess that up. Now they got to eat that. Now they got to save face. They got to eat that. They got to take it on their chest. They got to take the L. But you decided that you were going to work on yourself, do the right things for yourself, become a better person and become a better you. And yes, family, people come back for the right reasons. Some people come back for the wrong reasons. But you will be able to discern the reason they're coming back by asking yourself those questions, by being prayerful, and by allowing time to pass so you can see if this person truly made the changes that you need them to make in order for your relationship to be healthy. Of course, they're going to come back. Where else are they going to go? And maybe that's me being arrogant, but I don't think so, because this is how I feel about myself. And this is how I want you to feel about yourself. When people want to walk out your life, bye. I know it hurts. You don't feel that way inside, but goodbye. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to blow you up. I'm not going to make you feel it. I've done everything I can do. And if you still want to walk away, peace be with you. Because karma is real, family. And I don't wish bad on anybody, but you don't have to. Because they do it to themselves. And you'll know, family, if a person is back for the wrong reasons, because people who are back for the wrong reasons give up really easily. If they're trying and you're not giving in and they give up, most likely they're back for the wrong reasons. And when a person is back for the right reasons, they show you their actions over time. And once you change those patterns you were running, once you raise your vibration, once you take them off of the pedestal, family, you start to value yourself more. And when you value yourself more, you grow. And every single thing that left your life is coming back to you. It's all coming back. Whether it's the same person, a different person, it's all newness. And it's all coming back to you because you are deserving. You're a good person. Like, you want someone that's here for a long time, not just a good time. And you're worth the wait. You're worth the fight. You are who you think you are. You are a blessing. You are one of one. And that's on facts. And all you have to do, family, is focus on you, remain prayerful, and continue to raise your vibration and stay where you are, because every single thing good, every single thing that you desire is coming to you, and you didn't have to go out and get it. It came to you. They always want to come back after rejecting you. And that is because you're a real one. Stay inspired.